is very caring, she's loving, she has a very strong thirst for knowledge about the human world. She sees beauty in the differences. She is very courageous. Even when she's been denied her dream, she still continues to pursue it. She is a bit hard-headed though. She keeps those opinions strong through the entirety of the show.
He's just someone who is very curious, but he very much wants to be free from the burden of like being royalty. On stage, how I portray that is like how excited he gets when he finally meets someone like Ariel who can just talk to you for hours.
Ursula is obviously the villain in this show. You know, she's a big personality, and she kind of goes out of her way to maliciously, you know, wreck people's lives. But she has some, you know, past things. Like, she was born the seventh of all of her sisters, and she was the ugliest and kind of, you know, pushed aside, and you know, she has some deep-seated hatred. So when she sees Ariel, she you know, gets jealous of her, and that's why she's kind of out to get her. And you know, she's jealous of her brother Triton, and you know, just having like sneakiness and, you know, I don't know, just being evil.
I think of him as just like a little boy who's like, he's a clueless moron, and he doesn't really know what he's doing, but he's really enthusiastic about whatever he's doing. I feel like he's like a worrywart and floundering around stage. I try to make his mannerisms seem as aloof as possible.
I would say I really have loved seeing all these characters come to life, because you see all the relationships everyone has off stage and how they interact, and then seeing kind of high schoolers turn into these like crazy different people, right? You see, you know, for King Triton, right, like a normal high schooler turning into a father, and then because we have all of these different evil characters, right? Someone like Melissa turning into Ursula on stage, or Major turning into like a crab, just someone so different than yourself is very, very fun to watch.
So on stage, it's just really fun to see it all come together and see the people connect more. And lots of people have never met.
So with Ariel, she feels like she's an outsider. She feels like she's an outsider because she has this curiosity and this want to be able to know everything there is to know about the human world. When she's constantly being denied it by her father, that's where she gets a little different with her father, and she doesn't realize, she knows that he loves her, but she doesn't realize how much he loves her until he almost gives up his life for her.
So my relationship between Triton, you know, he's my brother. Obviously I'm very angry at him because he is the king of the ocean and he rules over everything, and I just have, you know, my little corner, and I want to take over everything and kind of, you know, get revenge back.
The others in the cast, I feel like he's really like respectful towards Sebastian and King Triton, but he's also afraid of them, sort of like a reverent way. But he really, really likes Ariel and just wants the best for her.
None of the other characters, they try to understand her dreams and her goals, but they don't fully understand them. They try their hardest to, but they don't understand her dream, her very strong dream to be a part of the human world, and which is why she falls in love with Eric, because Eric is this prince who he was supposed to act like a prince and he's supposed to do all these things, but in reality he just wanted to be a sailor. Ariel's this princess and this mermaid, and she's supposed to act like how a princess and a mermaid would, but she really wants to be a part of the human world. And so that's why she falls in love with Eric, is because she realizes, hey, he's the only person who will be ever to understand me, because he knows exactly what she is going through.
Well, with Ariel, of course, loves Ariel, loves having someone to talk to.
He's really attached to Ariel. He really likes her, and like, I feel like he would do anything for her.
When Triton destroys everything in Ariel's grove, it's like he's destroying a piece. It's like he's trying to get rid of a piece of Ariel, which is why when, you know, Flotsam and Jetsam the eels come in and are like, hey, we know somebody who can actually give you what you want.
With Ariel, I, you know, have that jealousy because she's the favored daughter and I wasn't, or like Ursula wasn't.
she's an outcast herself, an outsider, and so it kind of makes her think, well, maybe she does know that there is some wrong things, there's some evil about Ursula, but she knows that, hey, Ursula is, she's also an outsider, so maybe there's the possibility that Triton not over-exaggerated.
Ariel is Triton's most prized possession. So, I kind of am out to get her to get back at Triton. And then I have the eels, I have Flotsam and Jetsam, who are my little sidekicks, my little pets. And I just they follow me everywhere. I'm awful to them, but they love me because, I'm their queen, I'm the, queen of the dark side of the ocean. So
With Grimsby is just like a father to him. They tease each other a lot.
The challenges have been learning how to use Heelys.
I really like the Heelys.
At first, they were a little concerning and a struggle because they are harder to use than roller skates.
Only took me like 30 minutes to figure out how to use them. I thought it was great.
It was definitely a challenge learning how to use the Heelys, but once got over that 2 to 3 hour period of not knowing if I was actually going to be able to skate on them, I was able to skate, and now I can skate or heel on them perfectly.
The whole thing. I haven't done any acting before. So yeah, just a whole new experience for me, and having to expand my range for those songs. Definitely something.
A lot of it, I feel, is the time it takes away from my studies. I'm in my junior year and I'm in 3 college classes, so I'm trying my best to put all my work into this, but also to keep my grades good. So that's a challenge.
I have never played the villain. I have played the total opposite of the villain, and I think every show that I've been in, and I thought it was going to be easy from the beginning because I was like, oh, it's so opposite from myself, that I'll be able to pull it off. But it's actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm obviously having fun with it, but just being so evil and so evil towards my friends, I think is what's throwing me for a loop because, the actress was playing Ariel, Mary. I love Mary to death. Throwing her across stage is not something I want to do. So I think, just being different for myself is the hardest part.
I would say, discipline is really hard, right? Because we, have 2 hours of rehearsal after school, and people have lives going on and things going on. And so kind of at the end of our day coming together and trying to be productive can sometimes be challenging, and, not having a lot of time. So doing little things at a time, like I said, putting it together, can sometimes just be a little discouraging because right when you're making progress, it's like, oh, time to go home.
Some of the challenges are definitely people not knowing lines or forgetting dances, and so just lots of repeating, going over lines, and just running lines.
Everyone has been so supportive, very, very nice and kind, and we all just feel like at least I feel like we're all one big happy family.
Really fun. They're great people. Really enjoy working with them.
I think that our cast has really bonded, and I think they've all worked together collectively. It's not just the leads are working there, and the ensemble's working here.
And lots of people have never met, so just watching them grow closer is really fun to see.
I think it's a lot of fun. I really I didn't feel this much before with other groups, but I really like the way that I can interact with the people in my group. I feel like everyone's really nice and really kind.
I think there are so many different scenes where there are big ensemble scenes, and even if there's not a big song like Under the Sea, they're all watching and stuff like that. And I think that we all have a motivation to create a good show.
I've known them for years and I've worked with them for years, and so we just all really feel like one big family, and it's been really great. Everyone's been very kind and supportive.
I don't know, it's nice to just compliment people and to see how they're doing and just to work with them.
Day to day we're doing very different things. We've been doing crafts and kind of what's going on in the lobby, and then helping with sets and seeing all that come together.
The crew brings the stage to life with the set pieces and the lights and the costumes, and so it just turns into one magical show from that.
So pulling this show together, it's a lot of just props and stuff and sets, so it's really fun to watch it all slowly come together and just seeing all the progress that needs.
And then helping run lines individually, so there's a lot of different parts that go together, and it's fun seeing all the little things you do day to day kind of turn into something bigger.